Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, hi. It's me, Alta. I'm here. I have some awesome knowledge from this book. Guys, I have a little story to tell about this book. You can tell it's not in like tip top shape. That, that. Okay, so I'll give you guys a little background. Like when you see the book, you're not like, oh, geez, what the heck? So I've been trying to be like a fitness girly recently and trying to like go to the gym and exercise. And one of my new fitness girly habits that I'm trying to develop is walking to work. It sounds simple enough, and it is. The walk is like an hour there, an hour back every day. That's good exercise quality. That's good quality exercise. Also, I tried to paint my nails and they came off like the same day. This is why I don't even try. No, no, no. I will try again. I actually really like having my nails painted. Anyway, back to the story. So I've been trying to walk to work, and I did it. I did it successfully. I want to start with saying that. But it was raining pretty hard. It was raining pretty hard. It was raining pretty hard. It didn't start out pretty hard. It started out pretty light. I was like, oh, I don't mind a little drizzle. And I was like getting hot in the jacket. I was like, this is going to be perfect. It was not perfect. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. That little drizzle became a light rain, which then became a pretty good, pretty good weight rain. And then it became a heavy rain. And from there, it was terrible. I was drenched. However, I made it to work and I got the exercise. But yeah, now my book and everything that was in there is was soaked. I ended up putting it in the kiln, which is like this big pottery oven when I got to work. Thankfully, it was already on and cooling down, which actually made it look a lot better. It was worse than this. Put it in the kiln for a little bit and that helped it dry out, but it was not doing so hot. Oh my gosh, it was really bad. I mean, it was doing hot at the end when I warmed it, but it was not doing great. So yeah. Anyway, I've been reading it. Also, I'm just gonna maybe cover it up. Thankfully, this was not in in my backpack, so I'm just gonna put a little clothing on it. It'll be like nothing happened. Well, a little bit. Anyway, I have great knowledge in here. Ooh, so I didn't actually. This book has a really extensive introduction and overture, which is what I've made it through so far. But even in that, great nuggets. Okay, so the foreword is by Norman Deutsch. Deutsch, I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce his name. Norman Deutsch, who is a friend of the author. Norman Deutsch, who's a friend of the author Jordan Peterson. And basically, he talks about how he met Jordan and what Jordan's work has been about. Um, and then he goes into how it relates to this book. This book, 12 Rules for Life. So, initially, Jordan was a psychologist and he was really interested in how we derive our societal norms and like daily life practices from ancient times and ancient myths, really. And so he drew a lot of parallels there, and he was basically talking about how, oh, the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, they all knew things, and we are still looking to them for that knowledge, which is pretty cool and pretty accurate. Even in art history, this is like a little aside, but even in art history, there's so many like copycats or like things that are still used today that started in ancient Greece, in ancient Rome. One of them uh, that's really not important maybe, but one of them that's really pervasive in our society is columns. Like they had these three classes of columns, and if you had first of all, if you had columns at all, you're like pretty tip top. Like this is a really official building, and it is. You see it in when I was growing up in DC, I didn't notice. Oh, like that building has columns. That's why it looks so important. But in hindsight, after learning about it, I was like, oh yeah, all of our important buildings have columns. Like they really want to be Greece so bad. Oh my gosh, like just be the capital. It's okay. Anyway, but seriously, um, so the three classes of columns, before I get too far off from this, are Ionic columns, which are like the simple columns. Doric columns have the little scroll swirls on the side, and then Corinthian columns were like the creme de la creme. Like they had the flower designs, they like flourished up. It was really pretty. I mean, it is really pretty. And now you know. So when you go around and you see a building that has columns, you'll be like, oh, it has Ionic columns. It's like just entry level columns, yeah. Or you'll be like, that has Corinthian columns, like okay. Anyway, so he would go look at ancient civilizations and draw the parallels there. Um, so let's get into some quotes. And also, that was really interesting to me because I used to be so big into like Greek mythology. I was a huge like Rick Riordan reader, and just like the myths themselves. The just the myths themselves. If you know, you know. So, the foreword talks about basically who wants rules. So, my first underline was why should we be judged according to another's rule? And judged we are. After all, God didn't give Moses the 10 suggestions, He gave commandments. And if I'm a free agent, my first reaction to a command might just be that nobody, not even God, tells me what to do, even if it's good for me. I like triple underlined the even if it's good for me because and my side comment was, they always have a reason. Like, I feel like people are so hardwired to feel exactly as they described, just like, well, you don't tell me what to do. Like, especially as a teacher, I'm learning this because if I tell you not to run around in class and you go run around in class and you trip and you fall and you hit your head on the table, oh, now you know why I tell you not to run around in class, huh? Like, obviously, I'm going to help you, but it's also just like, you could have avoided this by listening to me. But obviously, I'm not like that powerful at that level. But like, it's the same principle. Like, if I tell you something, even if it's good for me, and I'm guilty of this too. I've done things that I'm like, oh gosh, I could have listened to that. That would have been a lot easier. They did say that before. Did I listen? No, 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 no. However, I did learn. It was just the hard way. But you don't always have to wait to learn the hard way. When someone's trying to help you out and say, here's the easy way, I'm going to give you the information right now. Okay. So, my next one, I underlined here. The rule was speak your mind. Oh, okay. I was trying to refresh. Okay, so this part was about like this party that this guy would throw, and the rule was speak your mind. And I love that idea, especially because I personally am someone who will hold my tongue often. And it's not that it's like a big problem for me to hold my tongue. I just feel like sometimes I could have contributed to something and I didn't for no reason. Or I don't feel that what I have to say is going to be valued in that setting or whatever it is. But I love the idea of a party where you literally like have to speak your mind. Like, let's talk politics. Let's talk, um, I don't know, maths and sciences. Let's talk art. Yeah, I'm in there. I'm there. Let's talk art. Oh, you like that painting? Defend it. Why? I don't like it. Like, give me good reasons. Give me the art context. Give me, like, tell me what you know. And I love that because I like to learn. Like, not everybody likes to learn. It's it's honestly so interesting to see in practice because you would think, I feel like everyone thinks of themselves as being a lifelong learner. It's kind of like a little, it's a thing you say nowadays. But when you're given the opportunity to learn, take it. So many people do get not, they get defensive. Just like the first quote, like, I didn't need to learn that. I didn't need to know that, or I think differently, and my way of thinking is okay. Okay, but what if it isn't? Okay, but what if it isn't? There are so many things throughout history that have not been okay, but have been normal. Like, why don't you take the second it takes to learn? And also take the second it takes to teach. Like, it goes both ways. If I were at a party where where the rule is speak your mind, oh, that'd be so awesome and freeing. I might be a little concerned to see what everyone else is saying and what I'm saying, if they're not aligning. But obviously, that's how you learn. And I am one of those people that will listen to multiple sides of something and kind of create my own ideas of it. So I think it would work out for me, but definitely people who are more set in their ways. That would be an interesting party to go to. I would love to be a fly on the wall, even at least. But yeah, I thought that was a really cool idea to have a party that's like speak your mind. Um, ah, that's so cool. Okay. Also learned new word that means talkative. It was loquacious. I am literally never saying talkative again. Oh, you're very loquacious. That sounds way better. That sounds way better. Okay. Then I have, he appreciated being shown another side of an issue, and it became clear that thinking through a problem was, for him, a dialogic process. That is another thing that I thought was interesting because, and I also, okay, so I feel like this book is really tied together already, but being able to think through something in dialogue is rare. I'd say rare just because people, if they are speaking with you on a topic, they probably already have an idea on that topic. And it's typically very difficult to change people's ideas on certain things. Even if you are an expert and they aren't, it goes back to that defensiveness that you've already eaten this idea. You've been chewing on it for 20 years. And now someone's like, get rid of that. That's not for you. That's not okay. And you're like, wait, what? Um, it is for me actually. It's always been for me. It's been for me since I was born. So maybe you're not for me. And it's like, okay, well, if you can't learn through dialogue, you're only going to learn in a bubble. Like, you're only going to learn in your own study. And you control what you study and what you take in. So, and it's a different kind of awareness and openness that is really valuable. Because if you can have a conversation with someone and see something different, or something differently than you have for however long before, that is a show of growth and a show of maturity as well. Like, I expect it from my second graders when they argue about something that's obviously right. Like, where's your horizon line? And they're like, oh, the horizon line's right there. I'm like, and they point at absolutely nothing. And I'm like, no, remember, what does the horizon line do? And they just look at me because they clearly don't know what the horizon line does because they don't have a horizon line. So, work with me here, buddy. Like, where's the horizon line? Do you need a reminder? And even if I tell them, sometimes they need a visual. And it's just like being able to, because they'll go back and forth and be like, oh, yeah, I'll just go at it and not at it. And I'm like, dude, let me show you what I mean. Lock in really quick. Let me show you exactly what you need on this to make it better. And that's really helpful for them. But it's not necessarily just dialogue. It can come in many forms. People learn in different ways. But knowing how you learn is so important. Because now I know, okay, I can't just tell you at a horizon line. I can't just tell you a horizon line separates the sky and the ground. I can't just tell you, what you need to do and what it is, but I also need to show you. So it's just a different level of awareness. But it is good to be open in conversation because you can learn so much from listening. Learning is so cool, guys. Okay. My next one is uh hmm. Okay, what I have bracketed is creating an online writing project that kept minority students from dropping out of school by getting them to do a kind of psychoanalytic exercise on themselves in which they would free associate about their past, present, and future, now known as a self-authoring program. Okay, um, to be honest, hey, Four Box, welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, ooh, sweet, thank you for the subs. Thank you for the subs. How was your day? I also don't remember exactly what I was talking about there, but or I don't remember the whole context, but I do remember. Oh, good, 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 good. Did you do anything for Halloween? Happy belated Halloween. Currently on a 2 month streak. What is a 2 month streak? Thank you for the subs. Oh my gosh, it is a new month. It's a new month. What the? Oh my gosh, guys, it's November. It's November. Thanksgiving is around that corner. I need to lose like 10 pounds before Thanksgiving. Anyway, sorry. It's just side stuff. Just homework. No comment. No comment. That's cool. That's cool or whatever. That's cool or whatever. But yeah. I thought, okay, so there are two thoughts I have on this. First is that he created a self authoring program writing project that's so freaking cool. Like, what? And it's in use. That's so cool. I did so much for Halloween. I Where did my night start? I started my what did I do during the day? I remember being almost late to hang out with my friend. Actually, I was late, but they luckily stayed and waited. Where did my night start? Um, okay, I don't really remember what I was doing during the day, but I got ready, which took me like a million hours, and then I went out to um, hang out with my friend at her apartment. Actually, it was at a friend's apartment. I was like a friend. I was like a plus one, a plus one. And then we hung out there. And then I went to this karaoke bar called Rocket. Awesome place. And then I went to DC and hung out there. I left my, I lost my bag of masks and I didn't get to do my prank. There's always next year. But, yeah, it was fun. And then I went home. um, Actually, I didn't then go home. I stayed at that place like all night. And then we went home the next day. I met my friend there. It was crazy. Okay. But yeah, Halloween was a marathon. It was a marathon, not a sprint. Okay. Um, I also learned some slang from this book. Foobar, meaning effed up beyond all recognition. I've literally never heard of that before, but I was like, what the? Apparently, it was a movie. And yeah. Anyway, on to the next thing. I had a great Halloween. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. And I was like a little cat. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was very cutesy. It was very cute. I had these little cat ears. Anyway, I don't know where it is. These paintings. Okay, sorry. I just jumped into the next quote. All right. So, hmm. Oh, okay, right. So he has a bunch of a big toe. I would be mad, but that's exactly what it looks like. No, this is Frederica, my squishmallow. Actually, I got another squishmallow too. One of my kids got me a squishmallow last week. They just gave it to me. This is Frederica. She's a fluffy belly. And I have another squishmallow. It does kind of look like it, but that's not it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely not a toe. Thank you for acknowledging that. I really appreciate it. But this is my other squishmallow. I named her Angelica. So now I have Angelica and Frederica. They're very cute. She's a little cupcake. Little cupcake. Angelica. One of my students got her for me. Oh my gosh, so sweet. Yeah. So yeah, not a toe. Gosh, not a toe. Not like into toes like that. Anyway, so this this guy, Jordan, he has like a bunch of like Holocaust stuff in his house. Now, listen, 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 listen. I know that sounds crazy, but okay, this is the quote that makes it all make sense a little bit. A little bit. Makes a little more sense. These paintings provided a visitor with the first window into the full extent of Jordan's concern about our human capacity for evil in the name of good, and the psychological mystery of self deception. Or, how can a person deceive himself and get away with it? Like, I don't know how much that is an excuse to have that in your home, but that is an interesting interest. Like, the capacity for evil in the name of good is so overlooked, I would say. I would say overlooked. I would say overlooked just because in the name of evil for the sake of evil, everybody kind of knows what that is, and they're like, oh, you're going to get your karma. But evil in the name of good? Like, you think you're helping this person out, you think that you're saving the world, and really, you're the villain? Really, you're the villain? Who wants to be in that position? Nobody. But that's where the self deception comes in, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll just trick myself into thinking that everything is fine. Wild. Okay. Then they go on to talk more about it and say it was just living in the world as it was, or in some places is. hmm hmm His first book was called Maps of Meaning. That's his only book before this one. Maps of Meaning. This is the one where he talked about the ancient civilizations and their effect on society today. He in this book, hold on, not in this book, but he talks about best of Jung, some of Freud, great works of Nietzsche, Dostoevsky, who I don't know, Solzhenitsyn, I think it's how you pronounce that. Lade, Newman, Piaget, Fry, and Frankel. Maps of Meaning kind of draws on all of those um, philosophers and psychologists and people. Some of them I don't know, so cut me some slack. But I would love to get to know them. Definitely. Wow, it's published almost 20 years ago. Not this one, but the Maps of Meaning. Okay, then he talks about um, ideologies. And honestly, I kind of see that we were getting to ideologies just because of how much he talked about, like, oh, this party where you have to speak your mind. Oh, like, these social structures, da 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 da. And he's saying ideologues are people who pretend they know how to make the world a better place before they've taken care of their own chaos within. Ideal. Okay, then I mean, I'll just let that sink in for a second. Yeah. It's like throw stones when, or he who cast the first stone be the one who hasn't done anything or something. You know what they say in the Bible, something like that. Anyway, he also says ideologies are substitutes for true knowledge, and ideologues are always dangerous when they come to power because a simple minded, I know it all approach is no match for the complexity of existence. In so that there's no, this is the answer to everything, this checks off every box, there's nothing else that I need to know or that I need to intake to make this decision. Like, of course there is. You're a full person. Everyone here is. There's nothing and no there's no catch all, especially in life or in politics. And I think that has been lost a lot these days because there are things on both sides that you're like, oh, because that's the thing that I don't like about it, at least nowadays. Like, people want to be so adamant and stand by their ideologies and their whatever wing they're on. But at the end of the day, there's going to be something on the other side that you agree with. Like, there's no way with all of the things that they cover, economics, uh, I don't know, anything. Like, there's going to be something that you agree with. There might be things that you don't agree with. There might be people that you don't agree with. But there are going to be people that you don't agree with in your home. Like, there are going to be people that you don't agree with everywhere. That doesn't mean you villainize them. That doesn't mean you generalize them. That doesn't mean that you dehumanize them. That just means that you don't agree with them. And that's okay. That is okay. You're not going to agree with anyone 100%. Like, it's just such a generalizing of so much. And I love that they say it's a substitute for true knowledge because you can, in theory, back everything. And other people have backed those things. So you can really just like look it up and say, okay, well, what's the opinion of my peers? And I've actually seen people do that who have very staunch ideologies. They've said, well, I don't want to make a comment see, um, until I learn more about it. Like, well, what do you think yourself? Like, what do you think off the top of your head? What is your opinion? What is your own opinion? It's so interesting because you don't need them to tell you how to think. You already think, hopefully, yourself. So, I don't know. I know that's like an unpopular opinion, but it also is an opinion that makes me like this book better. Because, like, you're gonna really let be your whole life? Is that your whole life? It's like even when I feel like I relate everything back to teaching, but it's so relevant. It's like when I have the kids do, um, I'm like, okay, well, design something that is meaningful to you, something that identifies with you. And they just put like Roblox. And I'm just like, okay, well, is Roblox your whole life? Do you have family, friends, hobbies, skills? Do you speak any other languages? Do you like to do anything else? Do you like to go outside? Are you even good at Roblox? Like, I just feel like people mistake things that they like or things that they enjoy with who they are. And like, that's not your whole life, dude. Actually, like, and then I see other projects where I'm like, okay, they have flags, they have their family represented, they have skills, they have um, things they enjoy doing, places they enjoy going. And I'm like, thank you. Guys, this is a good example of what we're supposed to do today. And people are like, oh, I'm like, why do I have to explain that? I mean, you know what? That goes back to showing people different things and different learning systems. So I can't even be mad at it. But at the same time, I'm like, guys, who are you? Only you know. Okay, next quote. I don't like that I did a lot of like half underlines. Like, I don't know what this is talking about. The study of the unconscious, projection, psychoanalysis, the aggressive potential of group psychology, psychiatry, and the brain. Okay, so Jordan switched out of psychology or political science. Oh, interesting. I guess that's why his like base thoughts are so political. But he switched out of the study of political science with the study of unconscious projection, psychoanalysis, regressive potential, group psychology. Oof, oof. Oh my gosh, guys. So much, so much here. Projection. I'm just gonna do some quick definitions just for people who may not know, because I feel like some I have just recently learned about some of these terms. So, ooh, did I just look these up? I might. Okay, but I know at least the unconscious, like when you're not conscious, basically like things that you do without thinking about them, or thoughts that you think without thinking about them, possibly. Unconscious projection, that one's more familiar. When people think or put onto others thoughts that they have themselves, like when you find a mean person who always thinks that everybody's being mean, or you find a I don't know, like a person who is, I don't know, man, a person who is always doing something, but then they're always like, you're doing this all the time. Like, okay, like you literally do this all the time. But obviously, anyway, go ahead. Psychoanalysis, basically analyzing a mental state, like being able to say someone has some kind of issue. Maybe they're getting to psychosis or things like that, and being able to tell. The aggressive potential of group psychology is really interesting because it's like, what's the quick colloquial? Um, it's like called a mass mind or something. Ugh. Anyway, it's something like that where when people are in a big group, they are easily swayed more so than if you were talking to the individual. Not so much easily swayed, but they're more I don't know how to say they're more volatile. Like you'll see um people in a group can think more simply instead of critically. Mass mindset. I'm sorry, this is gonna bother me. I'm gonna look it up really quick. Mass mind? Nope. Mass mind center. LOL. Oh, Massachusetts Mind Center is what came up. LOL. Um, it's like called a mass um mentality. Yes, it is called mass mentality. Okay, thank goodness. The tendency for people to act and think in ways that conform to the group rather than as individuals. Okay, I could explain it, but I could not think of the term for it. That's at least what I think of when I think of regressive potential group psychology, psychiatry, and the brain. The brain is so freaking cool, guys. Psychiatry, I'm pretty sure, is just, I'm pretty certain, is just, like, uh, I can think of, like, the person, like, what they're doing, like, a psychiatrist, but I don't know actually, like, how to define it. Psychiatry. Hmm. The medical field focuses on the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of mental, emotional, and behavioral disorders. Yeah, okay. Which I think these are really interesting subjects. I know not everybody thinks that they are, but like figuring out how a brain works, so freaking cool. So cool. The next one I have is if he discussed a topic such as prejudice or its emotional relatives fear and disgust. I stopped underlining there because if he discussed a topic such as prejudice or its emotional relatives fear and disgust. Guys, guys. Anyway, it goes on to say that he can show how those traits evolved and why they survived. But I just thought that was so crazy because even having a phobia, like phobia literally means fear or disgust. And people always forget the disgust part. Like I have a phobia of holes, like trypophobia, really gross. But like even just talking about it, I'm saying gross. I'm not like scared of it. I just think it's disgusting. I want to like get rid of it and it uh like seeing them makes me feel like ew. Like such a visceral disgust. Like I literally get like goosebumps when I see like a collection of holes. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not that I'm scared of it, even though that's the term. I mean, phobia typically evokes in people's minds, but I'm just disgusted with it. I'm just disgusted to the point I'm like, get rid of it, destroy it. Like that's my first instinct when I see like even on some flowers and stuff. I'm just like, ugh, mush it up, dude. Get rid of it, throw it away, step on it. It's not even like throw it away. It's like literally destroy it because it shouldn't exist. Anyway, 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 where was I? So yeah, people so often forget about the disgust part of it, but he ties that back into prejudice. So this is twofold because I I don't see myself as having many prejudices. Who does? But I don't know. There are things that I fear, and there are definitely things that disgust me. So I have a prejudice against those holy flowers, or I don't know. It's just an interesting parallel that I never thought to draw because you don't think of prejudice as being a phobia. You just think of it as being a an issue that someone is having with something for some reason, maybe no reason. But I thought that was really interesting. Okay, next. He says, rearing kids is hard work. Oh no, he says, rearing kids is hard, work is hard, aging, sickness, and death are hard. Jordan Peterson, who I don't know much about actually, but I've heard he um, is some kind of like political guy. I mean, obviously, the book says a little bit about that too. However, this foreword is by Norman Deutsch. So I haven't gotten to Peterson's part yet. Peterson is talking about the rules. We're still on the foreword. And then we'll do the overture. Also, I really love how this book has illustrations. Save my page. Like, it's not just here are the rules and stuff and like info, but I love a good illustration. Oh, really? Events? Interesting. That's like the opposite of what he's saying right here. Not him, actually. Deutsch. Right wing events. I don't know who that is. And I don't follow politics very much. So, that's interesting because it's the opposite of what they're saying right now. He only does right wing events. We'll see how this goes. Rearing kids is hard. Work is hard. Aging, sickness, and death are hard. And Jordan emphasized that doing all that totally on your own without the benefit of a loving relationship or wisdom or the psychological insights of the greatest psychologists only makes it harder. He's pretty controversial. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I have to do some more research on him. Interesting. I don't know if I should research him first or read the book first. I feel like if I research him first, I'll have more. I think I'll read the book differently. Interesting. Okay, that's actually making some sense because they've already talked about religion and politics a lot. I mean, this isn't even him talking yet, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll probably read it first and then do the research. But interesting. That is a little bit of background already. He's controversial and he is right wing. Interesting. Okay, we'll see what he has to say. Um. Okay, so yeah, rearing, just doing, living life is hard, and why not like get advice? Why not get advice for things that can help you? Psychological insights of the greatest psychologists. Like without literally without a loving relationship, wisdom, or the insights of great psychologists, it's only going to be harder. Literally. Like why would you not want to have more knowledge? Okay. He says, so the decent thing to do, once it becomes apparent how arbitrary yours and society's moral values are, is to show tolerance for people who think differently and who come from different, diverse backgrounds. I like that. I agree. I think you should show tolerance to people who think differently, or come from diverse backgrounds. Because how else are you going to be able to understand your own position if you don't understand the other position? Like, what are you fighting against? Not only what are you fighting against, but is it worth the fight? Not only is it worth the fight, but are you even on the right side? Do you even know what you're talking about? Okay. Aristotle defined the virtues simply as the ways of behaving that are most conducive to happiness in life. Vice was defined as the way of behaving least conducive to happiness. Interesting. So, vices and virtues are not what they are today. At least the original meaning for them is not nearly what it is today. Because you could say that it is conducive to happiness to smoke a pack a day. That would commonly be considered a vice today. You could say it's conducive to happiness to drink a bottle a day. That would can be considered a vice nowadays. Maybe then too, honestly. It's just not healthy. So maybe for now it's okay. But then later it'll come back to bite ya. It'll come back to bite you. So if you don't want to get bitten later, don't allow bites now. I don't know. I don't know how to say that one, but like really, keep up habits that you want to keep up. Okay, leave aside that the telling people you're virtuous isn't a virtue. It's self promotion. Oh my gosh. Virtue signaling is not virtue. Virtue signaling is, quite possibly, our commonest vice. Did you hear that? Telling people you're virtuous isn't a virtue. It's self promotion. Virtue signaling is not virtue. Virtue signaling is quite possibly our commonest vice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Am I virtue signaling right now? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. But it is a common vice. Everyone wants to think of themselves as their best self, even if they are still trying to get to know their best self. Even if they know they are not their best self, they want to think of it. I do this. Guys, like, I swear, everything I'm telling you, like, this is my own experience as well. Not to say, like, oh, I am my best self. Definitely not. LOL. My best self is not in the room with us. But I can sometimes see her. I'm better than I used to be, and on the way to becoming better than I am. Hence, learning and reading. Okay, next I have intolerance of others' views, no matter how ignorant or incoherent they may be, is not simply wrong. In a world where there is no right or wrong, it is worse. It is a sign you are embarrassingly unsophisticated or possibly dangerous. I underlined dangerous twice because it is dangerous. Like, literally, intolerance of others and how other people are, especially without the knowledge backing of, like, who are they even, especially without knowing a single person in that category. You just hate them. What's wrong with you? Like, what the heck? What the heck? That's literally craziness. That's literally craziness. Like, what do you mean? Oh, so you have no friends that are like that? You've never met anyone in your life like that and you hate them? Cool, 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 cool. Wow. Wow. You are embarrassingly unsophisticated or possibly dangerous. And the dangerous is really important to mention because people think of it as harmless, but intolerance of others' views is dangerous, especially if you are in a position to cause them harm. Especially if you're in a position to cause them harm, and that could look like so many things. That could be with a literal weapon, obviously. It could be with hearsay, gossip. It could be with a bias you have that stops this person from getting a job. It could be with a vote you cast. It could be with I don't know, a call you make. Guys, okay, I have this quick story. I was in Shenandoah. I was in Shenandoah for like a weekend with my friends, and we were coming back. We were walking home from one of these bars, or like walking back to my B&B from one of these bars, and literally as soon as we got, it was me and two other girls. When we got to the Airbnb, a cop pulled up behind us. We thought he was stopping to let us cross. So we waved at him and continued to cross over. He gets out of the car and he was like, "Ladies, um, uh, where are you guys from?" I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? We're just crossing the street. We're staying right there." And another car pulls up. There were four officers there. I think another car pulled up too. We were like, this is crazy. Four people was already enough. If there were 4 to 6 cops for 3 girls, is crazy. But apparently they got in a call that 3 girls were walking around at night. I was like, is that a crime? Is that a crime? Walking home is a crime now? Wow. And they responded in droves. Like, people don't realize how dangerous their intolerance can be and how dangerous their prejudice can be. Literally. I was like, what is happening right now? What do you mean you got a call that 3 women are walking home? You should have hung up on them. Because, and what? And what? Okay? They're walking home. Let them get home. Just like things like that, guys. It's just like, this would never happen to me in other places. But possibly dangerous. Very accurate. Thankfully, nothing happened. He was just like, oh, okay, cool, like, bye. But it was just like, dude, do we look like we're doing anything to anybody? No. No. You should have just driven past. Anyway, getting riled up. Anyway, okay. So he goes back to talking about rules and he says, and the foremost rule is that you must take responsibility for your own life. Period. You must take responsibility for your own life. I hate well, everything happens to me. I don't know how to stop anything. I don't know how to make anything happen. Are you a child? That's the only reason that would be reasonable. That would only that's the only time it would be a reasonable thing to say. Are you a child? Because just do it. I'm sorry, guys. That's like my whole attitude. That's like my whole attitude. I'm so sorry, guys. But like, and all these books with wisdom and like the knowledge of the ages and stuff are basically saying the same thing. Stop making excuses. Just do it. Just do it. And yeah, I guess that's why I end up underlining things like that. Okay. Okay, great. So then I get into the overture, which is actually by Jordan Peterson. He's actually talking here. And he says, what's the first quote I have from him? Okay. His definition of order and chaos. He says, order is where the people around you act according to well understood social norms and remain predictable and cooperative. Chaos, by contrast, is where or when something unexpected happens. It can be trivial or it can be uh, catastrophic. So he gives us these two definitions and talks about how they live in harmony. The yin and yang symbol, you know. But goes on to say that he was doing a. Actually, that was a little bit unrelated, but those are his definitions of order and chaos. He goes on to tell us a little bit about the background of his first book, Maps and Meaning, which was the book talking about ancient civilizations. He apparently had initially done a YouTube channel, and he was doing a bunch of Quora answers. I don't know if you guys know Quora. Oh my gosh, am I old? But Quora is basically like an open, it's kind of like Reddit ish, but like just for questions and answers. So you would ask a question anonymously if you want, and anybody could answer. And he was giving a lot of Quora answers. And obviously, like on Quora, it's not like people like following you. You just kind of are answering this random question from someone you don't know. But one of his questions got a lot of traction. He put a lot of thought into it, which makes sense. But um, let me tell you about it. Before we get there, sorry, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But he says, I always thought that if people really noticed what I was teaching, there would be hell to pay. Oh, but my side comment. Okay, so he got an opportunity from his YouTube videos or from his TVO program, and he was surprised because he was like, what? I am not mainstream. I'm not for everybody. And do you want me to teach there? He used to teach at Harvard, guys. Um, anyway, so he says, I've always thought that if some people really noticed what I was teaching, there would be hell to pay. But my comment to that was people in these areas love different perspectives and to have new philosophies introduced. So I don't think that there would be hell to pay. People want to learn, especially in like high end learners and high end teachers. You want to be introduced to new concepts and new ideas. You're not looking to be coddled or baby fed. You want to be given a plate of rocks with your peaches. The old peaches and rocks analogy. But it's like anybody can order peaches and cream. Throw some rocks in there. Have a few shells. Give me something to chew. Because you can make life very easy for yourself if you want. Life doesn't have to be hard, but it can be. And things that are harder are typically more worth it to do and to be. So it's like, I don't know, just challenge yourself sometimes. See what it's like. You can live your whole life in the comfort zone, but you'll never grow. Okay. It isn't precisely that people will fight for what they believe. They will fight instead. Oof, guys, listen, listen, listen. It isn't precisely that people will fight for what they believe. They will fight instead to maintain the match between what they believe, what they expect, and what they desire. Guys. However, this is twofold because the fight to maintain predictability can possibly perpetuate stereotypes and can be kind of harmful, actually, depending. And that is all I read for today, guys. I have 2 more pages of the overture, and then I'm going to start chapter 1. But there's so much already in this book that I really, really like. Wow. They call Jordan Peterson the most influential public intellectual in the Western world right now in the New York Times. I'm excited to read his book. I don't know how I feel about his background yet, honestly, but it's whatever. Angelica says hi. I should make this a little bow. Guys, isn't she so cute? So squishy. So squishy and mallowy. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. Shall we paint? I would like to paint for a little bit. I'm going to pause, get that water bottle, paint, and we can chit chat about something else. I'm excited to keep reading it though. Whoa! Content. Home. Hmm. Um, should I continue a painting I already have or start a new one? Ooh, or I have an idea. I could add to an old one. Hi! 404 error. Loading name. LOL. I don't know which painting. Let's get to see some options. Welcome, welcome. I'm just changing the title now. So we're gonna start painting soon. Let's see. Also, hmm, art. And oh my gosh. Ugh. I think I had maybe too much fun on Halloween because my whole body hurts. I was like, why am I hurting so much? Oh, it's because I was walking in those freaking stilettos. I was walking in those freaking stilettos for like 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. But no, because my arm hurts too, and I don't know why. Actually, it hurts, and I got this scar. I don't know what happened. I just scraped. But how do you even get a scrape there? Like, what is there to scrape you? Anyway, what should my title be? I am good. I'm good. I've been having a great day. I've been having a great weekend, actually. I'm really good. How are you? Literally, like, how? Why? Who? When? Why? Very unfortunate. Okay, so what should I say for my stream? Ruining my painting? I'm gonna say that. And I'm going to just overhaul my last painting. The, like, what is it called? I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. And it's stressing me out. And I look at it and I'm just like, ugh, I don't know what to do with you. What was it called? Gesture. My gesture painting drawing. My gesture drawing painting. My gesture drawing painting. Drawing, painting. Good. Just fine. Did you celebrate Halloween? My gesture drawing and painting. Again. LOL. Yeah. These and those. Those. Somewhere behind the curtain. Yeah. I have a lot of paintings in here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sometimes I forget I'm like a professional. Guys. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hair flip. Okay, I'm gonna change the thingamabobber. Oh, Info updated. Woot woot. Oh my gosh, you cannot ask me that. How old do you think? Don't guess incorrectly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I actually hate having my age guess, but just do it quickly. That's not bad. No, but that's not bad. I'll take it. Sure. So that means older. um, oh my gosh. No, I'm a teacher. I have like a big girl job. I'm a little older than that. So you have two guesses left. Yeah. Let's see. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, setting up for painting. Wow! This is why I don't like having my age guessed. I'm sorry, guys. Do I look 34? Do I look 34? Golly. How did you go from 22 to 34? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. 34 is crazy. Wow. That means I have to be 30. That means I'm 34? What do you mean? No, no. Okay, so I have some other teachers who work with me that are like 23. You can teach as soon as you have a degree. You can get a degree at like 23, 22. This is my second year teaching though. That's a hint. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Mm. You're not wrong, actually. A lot of my peers or a lot of my coworkers are a lot older. But dang. So now I'm 34. You know what? I'll take it. Oh my god. Yes. You really stressed me out just now. I hope you know that. Yes, I'm 26, not 34. So rude. That's crazy. Can you imagine going to a 26-year-old and being like, how old are you? 34? I'm dying. Anyway, we got there eventually, and I'm proud of you for that. Yeah, 26. How old are you? If you don't mind my asking. Which you shouldn't at this point. SMH. SMH. What was I doing, guys? Oh, I'm getting my water. I'm getting my thingamabobber. I'll be right back. Dude, I already said 26 was right. Why are you still going up? Rewind. Pause. Pause. Rewind. Pause. Rewind. I'm not 27. Oh my god, why are you still saying 27? Oh my god. Dude. It's like in a year. I literally just turned 26 in August. So, relax. Relax, buddy. Oh. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, I did ask you that. That was my bad. True. I did ask you that. My bad. 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 That's like a year away from me. So I was like, okay. Okay. That's a good age though. Okay, I'm gonna get my water for real. Also, am I painting over the painting? Yes, I already said it in the title. Okay, I'll be right back. Be right back. That's a good age. When's your birthday? I am August 25. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just dropped my paints. My acrylic paints. But I'm really an oil painter, so I'll be doing oil painting today. You shall see. Oil paints are the best paints. Oh, March. I was trying to think of what what sign that is, but I really don't know. I'm not that into like um astrology. Like I used to be more into astrology, but not anymore. Now it's just kind of like a like something you talk about, like like a little casual like, oh, like what's your sign? I don't know. It's like a light conversation thing nowadays. But some people take it so seriously. The other day, someone was talking to me, just like outside a bar or something, and they were like I could totally tell that you were a Virgo. Oh, Aries. Mm. I feel like Aries gets a bad rap, so I don't know what to tell you. But this girl was like telling me everything she's ever heard about being a Virgo. I was like, okay, cool, 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 cool. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't subscribe to that much anymore. I used to be like die hard, like, oh my god, lol. It's not like I. It's not something that even. It's okay. It's okay, actually. It's like, don't even apologize. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to lead you there. But I was like, I was like, I don't. I used to be such an astrology warrior. I was like, there's no way that when and where you were born, at what time, has nothing to do with you. But now I'm like, mm, some things are a hit, some things are a miss, which is going to be for everyone. Like, so cold. Anywho, I don't know. I don't even know that much about Aries. I know more about, I guess, signs in my family. Like, I know about Scorpio. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was like it was worse for others than it was for me because I was like deep. I was deep into astrology. I had like astrology books. I never got to the point of like rocks and stuff, but I was like my paints. No. I was like, yeah, it matters so much. I never got that. I mean, I I feel like it was a lot, but in hindsight, I wasn't as bad as I know some people get. Like some people, as soon as you tell them their sign, they're like, "Wow, I can't talk to you. We won't get along." Okay. Do you think maybe we won't get along because you're judging me so hard over nothing right now? That could be it. But I never got to that point. However, and it's so funny because like people will also say, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense." I've literally never hated any astrology sign. Like it's just like it doesn't even matter that much. Um, it doesn't even matter that much. It doesn't matter that much. Not enough to make me hate someone. Oh my gosh. For the day they were born, that's crazy. But some people do it. To each their own. Okay, actually, you know what I'm gonna do is switch this instead of moving big furniture. It's voila. This was the, oh my gosh. This was the contour drawing. Ugh, gosh, doesn't look that great. This painting looks terrible. Actually, it looks okay, but it looks bad also. I like this one a lot, and I like this one, and I like these, but I have to find a way to get rid of this section here. I don't like them. Guys, I think it looks cool. Okay, let me explain to you why it doesn't look good. It's like I'm looking at it through my art brain eyes. Okay, so right now what we have are, what are these called? Continuous line drawing faces. This one looks great. It actually came out pretty freaking well. Honestly, just to toot my own horn. But this one came out great. This one came out great. The faces look somewhat realistic. This I added in and I really shouldn't have. It just it attracts so much attention for no reason. There's no corresponding face. It doesn't even go with like the lips in this area. It just doesn't make sense. Then this face over here, it looks kind of good. It looks okay. And the leaf coming in to the other eye, that was peak. This one, having the leaf go into this one, good. The the specificity here, even though it was a contour drawing, really good. These are all blind contour drawings, by the way. That's why they look a little wonky. But they're blind contours, so that's like a cool. Thank you. Exactly. It's like, what is happening here? I don't get it. Like it doesn't make sense. Let me continue though. This two thumbs down. Just doesn't make sense. Doesn't look good. It needs to go. And whose ear is this? Then since I started it with charcoal, like I thought that it was gonna come off, and it just literally. I've literally thrown away paintings, guys. Like I'm that kind of artist. I will throw it away if I don't like it. Trash it, break it. Actually, I could break it. Ooh, I could break it. I could cut this out. Hold on, guys. You have me ideas. Actually, burning it could be cute too. Anyway. Burning it, right? Burn it? Guys. Let's take one step at a time. So, I already don't like it, basically. Okay, there are some pieces that I really do like. Because this, coming into the eyebrow, coming into the face, chef's kiss. This, pretty darn good for blind contour. This looks horrible. I just am like, can I just carve this out and not exist? Bye. That looks terrible. Okay, but then the other challenge with it is it's a non-central piece. Like there's not one centralized thing in the middle that's like, oh, exactly, it looks terrible. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Like, okay. Okay. The contours, some of them keeping. These need to go. Like it looks so much better without this. Wow. And since I did the initial line drawing in frickin' what is this? Peel off China marker? I don't even know what that means. Since I did it in this peel off China marker, I guess. You don't have to get it. There's art that I don't get, but I know what I like and I know what I don't like. What? You're being ridiculous at that point, actually. There are plenty of primo pieces out there. And honestly, for me, the art that I like is not the art that I make. I mean, I do like my art, but like the art that appreciate. Do you guys know Rothko? I was at the Phillips collection the other day and I stayed in the Rothko room for like 30 minutes staring at this one painting. Rothko, Phillips. Oh my gosh. They have this room just filled with Rothkos. And he did color block paintings. Okay. I'm going to show you guys. He did color block paintings, and this painting at the end of the hall is the one that I was staring at. That one at the end of the hall, this one in the middle, it looks so good. Upon closer inspection, um it's even better because, well, for me when I'm looking at it, I can look at it as, oh, I wish there was a closer image. Oh, great. This will work. When I'm looking at it, it's like we used to use Matterports at the art gallery I worked at. But yeah, this painting, upon closer inspection, you can look and see that the red is under the orange. Places that they put what on top of what. The drips, there are drips at the top of the painting up here. Just to add interest, it's like really interesting. Anyway, so, okay, let me relax. Things like that I really like. Can you relax, 404? Golly. You need to take a chill pill, actually. Relax a little bit. We were vibing for a second and now you're getting to be a little bit too much. The two-tone painting is amazing. The Rothko? Okay, don't be so aggressive then. The Rothko is really cool, I think, for people who like peaceful paintings. Because I literally just sat in there for like a long time just looking at it. And I knew people wanted to come in. They like take a step in. They're like, "Why is this girl just sitting here? Like nothing is happening on this piece." But so much is happening. It just takes like a patient view and a quiet view. I just wanted to sit down also. There's a chair in there. But with this one, this is kind of just like a just for fun painting. That's another reason I feel open to experimenting with it. If it was one of my serious paintings like those, I would not be doing this. I would not be experimenting like I am willing to experiment with this. But I think it's really important for artists to have just try it, see what it's like paintings because that's how you grow. Get out of your comfort zone. This is definitely not one that I would consider for Teaching Tuesday or anything. But now I've given myself a problem to solve. How do I fix this area and make it look like it makes sense with the rest of the piece and keep the elements that I do like and cover up all of the line work from before? I'm thinking it could open up into like a forest, possibly. Or I could add fabric or do some kind of. Oh, I don't really, I'm not really a mixed media person though. Uh, it's just not for me. Anytime I see mixed media on a painting, I'm just like, why didn't you just paint it? Just add the texture. What is this? It feels like a waste of canvas. Okay. However, also, that's something else that I want to say really quickly. Just because you're an artist, that doesn't mean that you have to accept all art. I know that's a little controversial, but that's like saying there's just like different types of art everywhere. I don't like mixed media on canvas. Do mixed media on a sculpture or something. I think it's also because I'm a painter. I'm like a little bit purist. Eh. Oh my gosh. You're good, you're good, you're good. Okay, I'll show you guys again. Whoa. Where'd you go? There you are. Um, do you remember when dyslexia was so cool when the Percy Jackson series was coming out? Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, dyslexia and ADHD." Okay. So, wait. Right screen with Cam. Okay. This Rothko, can we get closer? Oof. Oh. Ugh. This is not really a great picture of it, honestly. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Ooh, these are so good. Honestly, I think that this piece is the best in the room. Oh gosh, so warped. There we go. So, what I like about this piece is hello. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought you were a real person. I'm talking about springy night gown. LOL. Anyway, um, yeah, dyslexia was so cool when everyone was thinking like half bloods. Oh my gosh. I don't think it looks like a door. I think it looks like yellow, orange, and red. Yellow, orange, and red are analogous colors on the color wheel. That means that they sit next to each other. You use red and yellow to make orange. So the yellow space at the top, that, okay, my analysis of this painting is going to be a little bit unique, but that's just because, I don't know, I'm looking at it. There is no obvious meaning for this painting, but it is just like a work that speaks to you however it speaks to you. What I like about it is that it seems peaceful, but when you're looking at the work, underneath the red and orange and yellow, there's a dark color. I think it's like a green or a blue. Obviously, you can't see it that well, but it starts with the dark color and it makes the other colors seem a little bit sadder to me. Or like a mask of happiness that covers up a dark inside. When I look at a color piece like this, it really just translates to me as feeling and emotion. Like it's not a scene, it's not trying to tell me anything, it's just exploring emotions. So, seeing the yellow, you can kind of see with the different tones of the yellow that there's something underneath, but you don't quite see it. And I kind of like that. I think that that's really interesting and it adds literally another layer to the piece where yes, you're looking at bright, warm colors, but there's something cold and dark underneath. I think that's pretty cool. But it also talks about application of paint because at some areas, like what the reason I like it is kind of technical and kind of emotional. So what I like may not make sense to you either way, but but I just think it's really interesting how I wish we could like see it closer and clearer. What's the name of this painting? Hmm. Must be orange and red on red. Probably. Let's see. Orange and red on red. Yeah. No. Oh no, because it's the yellow. That was the other one at the other side of on the other side of the room. Where is it? What? Yellow and red on red. We'll see. Okay. Hopefully this is it because I didn't see any other titles on there. Okay, great. So, this piece. You can see there at the bottom that there's some uh, translucency in the painting around the edge. And then you can see a lot of the darkness at the top. Oh, you can see the drips here. Can you guys see it? A door. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't think I watched that show enough to relate to this. It kind of does look like a door also. The door analogy is not totally lost. It does have very heavy door vibes because like the shapes in there and then the shape of the whole canvas together. Yeah. But also another thing I think that makes me like this painting is that I can look at it and I think of what I would add to it. And also looking at the middle dark spot like a lamp, that is something. That's an analysis in itself. But yeah, I think this painting is really cool. And I love the feeling it gives you. It's massive. It's a massive painting. And hold on. It's a massive painting and it just makes you feel small also. Like I could fit in that painting. Like it's just like it's like a portal to another world. I just think it's really cool. But with this, there are things going on. Too much. Too much going on. Too much going on. 1 second. Oh, I know the show. I mean, I'm familiar with the show. I just haven't really seen it. Oh, like the actual art style of it. Oh, I do need a refresher on that. Courage the Cowardly Dog. He was actually not that cowardly. Like, he was terrified every day I go by things that were terrifying. Ah, yeah. I don't know why they called him cowardly. Like, he was facing atrocities every day. And he was just like, anyway, I'll just go on with my life. Interesting. Interesting, like the background art style. I could definitely see that with the skies. There's another artist I know of that kind of does do Rothko esque landscapes too. No, exactly. I would get nightmares from that show. It was that show, and there's this other show that I can never find, and honestly, Loki don't want to find, but I would get nightmares like all the time about that show. And I remember specifically there was this one scene where this guy, his brother was blue. That was like, I don't know the name of it. I never found it, but his brother was blue, and he was like a regular guy. Um, and there was like something that happened with them at school. And I remember trying to explain it to people even back then, and they were like, I've never heard of this show. So it could have been one of those little, I don't even know. I don't know. He had some kind of potion. I don't remember. I don't remember. But it was really creepy and gross. And I remember being scarred for life. It was vague. Yeah. It's fake. I saw this when I was like 8, so it was a long time ago. I don't remember. I honestly tried really hard to forget. So there's that. Okay, let me get my paints. Ugh, guys, I've been dilly dallying. Oh, Jesus. And you're right. Hit the nail on the head. I'm from the USA. What about you? Also, do I scream USA? Like, could have been anywhere. Oh. All right, cool. I feel like I'm getting sick. I need to order tissues. Also, look at this awesome pen I got from this restaurant. Gold accents. Ugh, my nails look so bad, guys. I tried to paint them and they came off so fast. Ugh, so annoying. I just need to go to the salon and stop being silly. Anyway, focus. It is 8 p.m. almost. 5 till. Where are you from? What time is it where you are? The Netherlands? I feel like people from the Netherlands always find my stream. Always at 2 a.m. too. Because I don't stream that late. Wow. What a coincidence. What a quinky dink. Well, welcome. Golly. Oh, that's probably also why you didn't. Oh, weird. Hold on. Can everyone hear me okay? It is I. It's time to scrape. Scraping time. This palette is old, full of old paints. Gotta scrape. I really miss painting live. Perfect. I miss having like a model and painting them. That was so peak. Alas, that's back when I was in school. Now I just work with pictures, like a chump. Ooh. I never realized how much of my, what's this, tricep I use until I freaking hurt it. Oh my gosh. I haven't painted a nude model in years. My models were clothed, thank you very much. I would even have my friends just come and model for me. They're like, great, thanks for visiting me. Sit down. Sit down for the next 3 hours and we can catch up this way. Uh, honestly, I felt like I got more nude models in high school than college. But that makes it sort of makes sense and also doesn't because I was literally a child. But that is when you're learning the basics of anatomy the most, which helped a lot later. But I do like that to have the drapery aspect of paintings. And it just looks more realistic and relatable when they're clothed. Yeah. Yeah, I went to an arts high school, if that helps. I don't know if it does or doesn't, but it was not uncommon. It was not uncommon. I always wondered how they felt about it. Because, like, ma'am, if you were not in a school right now, this would be so illegal. Like, just a reminder. But it was cool. Urgh. Okay, yeah, my triceps are like killing me right now. That I even know triceps. Oh my gosh, we didn't get any men. Yuck. I mean, sorry, not yuck. Men are fine, but like, I did not want to have a male model in high school. Oh my gosh. They were women. Oh my gosh. That would have been actually really scary. I think everyone would have had a problem with that. But luckily we didn't have to face that. There are so many other things that could have happened in that situation that would have been really upsetting. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. But we did have women. They were cool. Actually, I don't know how they were. They did not chat with us afterwards, and they did not even look at our painting or our drawings. So I was like, that makes sense. Bye. Thanks so much for your help. I don't know. I wouldn't do it myself. But my drawings became a lot better. Definitely. And I feel like also, even knowing some of the things, the guys were not struggling at all. The guys were fine. They were fine. Maybe more than fine. Maybe too fine. They were fine. The guys were fine. I think also they intentionally got female models with uh, not very voluptuous bodies, if that makes sense. So it wasn't like too crazy. Don't want to cut towards myself. But still, I mean, still, gosh. But we were very professional about it. I don't know, like 30. Definitely not nearly as young as us. They were very selective. I think, honestly, looking back, the selection made sense um, for the audience. it it was curated for sure. But in college, they were like, figure it out. The models there were often clothed. And even when they weren't, it was kind of just like more chill because we were all adults. I remember this one I had. She did so well. Oh my gosh. And I did so well. I was drawing her. Oh my gosh, amazing. And the thing is, it. The thing is, when you're working with the model, like they're a professional and you're just a random person. Yeah, right. Exactly. Like it's not like it wasn't that like it was kind of just like okay. Okay. And we were all learning art. In the setting, obviously afterwards some of the guys were like, "Oh," but it wasn't like they were pursuing her or anything. Yeah, exactly. Like the age of your mom. Yeah. Like you have high school girls here. Like yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, in college it was way more chill. And and um in college you well, I don't know. I feel like the models were more relaxed. They would walk around the room afterwards and be like, "Oh, like that was really good." And they had awesome poses. Some of the college models, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, I think also because I could draw them better at that point. Like I could foreshorten their legs or their arms or whatever I needed to. Foreshortening is basically like the difference between drawing an arm like flat out like this and like this, where you see it's like it's taking up less space, but it's the whole arm. I hope I explained that okay. But I was killing the game, and now I just draw from pictures, which is kind of annoying. And it takes way longer for some reason. When I was so I listened to yeah, yeah, very true. And the girls would always be like, "Oh my god," but it's to be expected. Obviously, they're high school guys, so it's like, yeah. I didn't hear of anything that was too disrespectful from them, though. It was a pretty serious arts high school, so it worked out, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, cause I just wouldn't. I would not take that job. Is another thing. Like as a model, I would just be like, oh, bunch of teenagers? No, thank you. I wonder if they even get that information before, like, who is gonna be painting me again? Oh, where's my trash bag? I'll just use this. Hmm. But yeah, when I was painting a person from life, I can finish that painting in 3 hours flat. When I'm painting a person from a photograph, it takes me weeks, days, years. Maybe not years. Okay, not every grade level did it. I should have said that earlier. I think it was like junior year that you could, junior and senior years. So it was like 15, 16, 17 probably was the range, which still is pretty young. But the freshmen were not taking those classes. The freshmen were still learning the basics. It is wild though. I mean, it is. At the end of the day, it is still like, what the heck? But I don't know. They did it. They did it. They did it, and they have no regrets. I hope, because it's too late. Wow. So, 2 hours later, let's get started on this painting. What should I add here instead? I need to protect this face. That means I should also keep this line. I could just fill it with vines. I feel like that's a cop out though. Okay, it was in a school setting in front of their whole class. If any of them were getting horny, it was probably embarrassing. Because, like, relax. This is like a 35-year-old woman, dude. And your whole class is here looking at you. So I think there was some social pressure to not be weird. Oh my gosh. And then, I mean, I don't know. It is weird objectively, but also it's like, control yourself. Yeah, so that was my high school experience. Definitely unique. And that's only a part of it. We stayed at school till 5 p.m. from 8 a.m. every day to work on arts. Since it was high school, we still had to learn all of our high school knowledge stuff. We still had chemistry and everything. And then in addition, we would also take our arts classes after school. It wasn't even really after school. It was just like 3 to 5. We would take arts classes. Oh my gosh. Ugh, how am I gonna solve this problem? I really don't know. Vines. I'm gonna try the vines out, and if it doesn't work, I can just erase it. Or I can just build on top of it. I don't know, but this is like killing me. Gotta go. Got a blast. I'm taking whatever brushes come out of here, and they're gonna be used. Perfect. Great. I'm gonna add some sage green vines. Actually, I'm just gonna cover it. Just gonna cover it. No, it looks horrible. This is the worst part of experimenting because you don't know what it's gonna look like and you don't know what you're doing. Oh gosh darn it. I'm just gonna I The nice part about experimenting is that sometimes your skills just work. Sometimes you don't know where you're going with it, but you just end up in a good spot. Will this be one of those times? I do not know. So, we will find out very shortly. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. I typically don't even use sage green. I don't know how I made this green. Probably, okay, I do know how I made it. I only used the primary colors. So it must have been cadmium yellow and Prussian blue. I didn't protect this. How do I protect it now? That's fine. Oh gosh. This looks so weird. This is like not how I typically paint. I don't know what to do with this. Oh my gosh. During a biology class? That's crazy. I haven't heard of many stories like that. Um, Ours was definitely still adult monitored, and so should a biology class be? Don't know how that happened. Odd, 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 odd. Um, but yeah, I don't know if that's the same. LOL. You guys are doing plenty over there, actually. You're doing plenty. I feel like mine is mild compared to that, actually. In class, too. I honestly don't know what to say. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? It was not like that. It was not like that here. It was like, she's gonna be here for 30 minutes, guys. Draw them quick and then we'll critique. Nobody had. Actually, I don't know what happened in everybody's pants, but um, I know that most likely nobody. Anyway, let's just change the topic. Actually, we are we're getting into dangerous territory. I feel like I'm gonna take the initiative to guide us somewhere else. Huh? Where else should we go? Actually, I would love some. Yeah, I would love some suggestions. What should I put in here? Maybe like more flowers. Flowers can be like exploding from this area, and then I can make more flowers in the background. Possibly. Let's use our brains for some good old fashioned art making. Let's take a little break from, you know. Oh, you know what I really need to do is cover up these horrible lines. Ugh, I didn't think that it would be like that. I thought that it would I thought that it would just brush away with the oil paints, and I was sorely mistaken. Regretfully so. Alas. All's well that ends well. We'll see how it ends. Oh, this looks so bad. It's like looking worse. I'm so glad I aptly titled this stream because I don't think I can take song suggestions because I will get what's it called? Banned. I will get um copyright issues unless you know of a royalty free song. But I'll have to double check that it's royalty free. So maybe? What song do you want to hear? If it's a classical song, definitely. I don't know if that's what you're looking for. But possibly. Yeah, I know. I definitely have other music I listen to than this, or would like to hear than this. But yeah. Yep. That's life. Hmm. It looks better and it looks worse. Yeah. If it's a song you know, it's probably not royalty free. So that's the kicker. Not really. I do not want to be banned. But I will listen to the song on my own if you tell me. I'm gonna use my new pen to write it down. Whenever you're ready. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I can boogie live. Speaking of boogie, I need to blow my nose. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave it on this beautiful in progress and be right back. Wait. I have to put this back also. And also this one just in case, because I don't know. These are just filled with chemicals and oils, so I don't want them out and about living their lives. They are to be protected. Okay, I'll be right back. Rumac. Got it. Got it locked and loaded. Okay. It's not that I don't like it. I actually like it a lot. And the performer is awesome. He literally went like into the mic as part of the song. LOL. I'm confused mostly to why it looks like he's covered in blood. And he's letting the audience sing. So I can't really tell what the lyrics are. Okay, I'm only a minute in, so give me like another minute to judge. Okay. But yeah, I don't want to get copyright, so I will be on mute for like a minute. Okay. Okay, I like it. It's interesting, but I like his personality. He shows so much personality in this song. Like he seems silly. I like it. But also his accordion playing skills are top notch. I would think he was Scottish. I don't know if that's stereotypical or not, but I feel like um, he's really good at playing accordion. And that's an instrument I've literally never seen anyone play live, unless it's like in a show or something. Like this is wild. And the song is really catchy. Like I'm already like okay, yeah, good recommendation. However, yeah, the content of the lyrics, the content, the lyrics. Haha. It is simple, but it's obviously talking about something. So it's talking about something. So, so there is that, but it's a good song all in all. I think. Like I would definitely add it to my playlist. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Okay. Ayúdame, por favor. What am I supposed to do with this? Fix it, help it, heal it. So much work. Ooh. Mm. Gosh darn. I keep honestly my mind every time I look at it, it goes to like I should just cut it. I should just cut it up. But that is not workshopping it. That is not. That is not helpful at all. Who is that helpful to? Also, Sailor Moon, if you're still here, you should celebrate your birthday at least. Come on, man. Yeah, I do. I was watching anime earlier today, actually. Do you watch anime? Honestly, I feel like I just assume that everyone on Twitch watches anime. Like, what are you doing here? Earlier, I was watching Frieren, and yes, basically. I have to do something with it. I'm gonna try to use some of the Naphthol red, which is so freaking beautiful and vibrant, to contrast this green a little. Okay. Ugh. And maybe I should use some blue in here. Ugh, I just don't know what to do with it. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, okay, no, I'm gonna do something with it today. But what do I do? I'm gonna, you know what? I know. I don't like these, at least. I know that much. And I can erase them. So that's step one. Get rid of things you don't like. That's step one. Let's do that step. My favorite anime, like of all time, or that I'm watching right now, or that I watched in like last year. All time, definitely Hunter x Hunter. Um, in the last year, solo leveling, and I know people have so much to say about solo leveling, but it's literally like it couldn't have missed. It has everything. Hunter x Hunter is awesome, I know, right? But solo leveling is pretty good. People are upset because it's literally OPM time or plus Hunter x Hunter. No, literally. I did not read it. I don't read manga. I just watch anime. I used to try to read manga when I was younger, but I could never really get into it. Yeah. All I read are like the books I was reading earlier, like finance, personal development books and stuff. But I watch anime, definitely. But I'll just wait for the anime. I'm not one of those. I'll just read the manga. I can't wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. Um, Soul Leveling was so 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 good. Like, ugh, so good. But I hear people keep saying that it gets worse. Like it's not going to be this good all the time. And I could see him definitely getting like OP, but I don't see how that's an issue. He already is OP low key. Also, Dan to Dan's really good. I'm watching it right now. Like it gets like it's not as interesting. Yeah, like right now is the best season that they're gonna have. I don't know what that means yet because I did not read or the manga, but I'll find out from the anime because I'm not gonna read the manga. So it is what it is. Oh, it's gonna get great. Oh, really? Oh, that's actually really good to hear. I was nervous about that. I was nervous about that because I was like, I'm gonna watch it, so like, don't try to tell me anything bad about it. I already am a fan. It's like there's nothing you can say to me. Okay, that's actually great to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. So yeah, that works out perfectly. Oh, I'm excited. When is the next season gonna come out? Okay. I can relax. I can relax. I can relax. However, can I relax? Yeah, I'm ready. Oh gosh, I feel like this part of painting is not what I usually show people. Like, let me just correct all my mistakes and try to make this better. What? Ugh. This is like extreme behind the scenes right now. Extreme. Extreme BTS. Okay. I don't even know what all this is. Just stuff. Just stuff everywhere. Just lines and stuff. Ugh. Hmm. It looks better and worse. And worse. Who's better? Who's better? I haven't seen it in too long. Oops. Is Byro from... Also, JJK is really good. I've been watching that recently. Or, I guess, when it was coming out. Um, nice pet. Oh, yes! The Ant-Man. Oh my gosh, yes, he's such a sweetheart. I also love... Oh, wait, actually, no, he just acquired... Didn't he just acquire him? It's so funny how they convert. Like, you lose a battle. Yeah. You lose a battle. Okay, yeah, I could see that. You lose a battle and all of a sudden your ghost is forever. Yeah. Chained to this man that you just lost the battle to. LOL. That would suck. I loved how everyone was just like, how did he get here? Was he on the boat with us? Yeah, I could see that. Oh, honestly, all of them are so, because they like have their personality still, even in their ghost form. It's so cute. It's a good show. People are so mad for no reason. They just want to be, just want to have something to say. Ugh. Oh my gosh, just want to have something to say. I did think it was hilarious how they had the chimera ants. It's like, so I've seen this anime before. I know this one. And the One Punch Man. It made me want to watch One Punch Man again, actually. I think they just added OPM to Netflix or something as well. Ooh, I could vary the line weight. That's something I could do with this painting. Varying the line weight makes it basically just means like thinner lines going into thicker lines. I don't know how that would work, but like, yeah. The way I'm like so over this painting. The story is kind of basic. Yeah, literally. Literally, it's like a basic power up hero story. But also, it's still good. The formula works. So, I don't know. People are just being mad. Whatever. Whatever. Hmm. I think I started this painting without a real direction, and this is so out of my wheelhouse that I'm literally just looking. Oh, thank you for following, Beal. Welcome to the club. I stream other days too. Great. Exactly. It just gives you everything you need. Hello, hello. um, looking like plankton on here. Thank you. This is not my typical art though, so welcome. My typical art is kind of like that stuff. This is like a just a playing around. Except that this playing around is actually pretty stressful. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it. I'm lost here. And I created this space. But yeah. So that's where I am with this. That's why it looks like this. I literally have like whited out areas. But thank you. Thanks. Thanks. Guys, like I'm promising by the end of this painting it's going to be like, "Oh wow, you would not believe where she started." I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to crack the code on this because I'm an abstract-ish painter, but like abstract realism. Top 3, Hunter x Hunter for sure. Hmm. Hmm. Top 3. I really, really like. In the last year, I really, really like JJK. I would say if I'm having not One Piece. Oh my gosh, please no. Not One Piece. I'm an anti One Pieceer. Not even anti, I just will not start an anime that has over 1,000 episodes. Like, chill. Dude, when are you done? When are you gonna be done? When are you gonna be done? Where is the One Piece? Find it. I don't want to know. I don't know. It's too much. Yeah, and the fillers, the pacing, the fillers, the 1,000 episodes. No, thank you. Yeah, that's good for you. I could never. I'm definitely Hunter x Hunter. Um, Naruto, Naruto always forever, and I'd say JJK right now. There is another funny one I really like, but I wouldn't put it in my top three. It's called Mashal, Muscles versus Magic. It's really funny, but it's just like a little comedy piece. It's not like a serious. I need a little bit of action and a little bit of a. Full Metal is good. I didn't think Black Clover was that like life changing. Yeah, Mashal's hilarious. um, I didn't finish. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I didn't finish Full Metal Brotherhood actually. Think what you will about that. I'm not ashamed. Okay, I'm a little. Fairy Tale I've heard really good things about, but I haven't started it. I also have heard really good things about that one sad one. Didn't watch it because it's sad. Your Name in April or something? Something about April. I have it on my list. It is on my to watch list, definitely, but I have not watched it yet. So, Fairy Tale will go on my to watch list, or it is on my to watch. I have so much on my to watch list. Oh my gosh. I'm still watching Dan to Dan. Right now, I'm watching Dan to Dan. Um, what was the one I literally just said? Frieren. Oh, I saw the Chainsaw Man movie yesterday. Did you see that? Honestly, they haven't made a Chainsaw Man episode in so long. I was like, who is Your Lie in April? Yes, that one. But it's too sad. Or so I've heard. Honestly, if an anime is too sad, I'm not going to watch it. I already experienced sadness in my life. Why would I want to experience extra sadness? What? Frieren is good. Well, actually, I'm on episode 2. But I hear it's really good. Right now, and it's interesting to watch an anime where time goes so fast and so slow. Because why does everything take 10 years, but also nothing has happened? I was like, oh my gosh. Like, this girl is growing up in the time of an episode. Urgh. Why has it been 10 years in one episode? That's crazy. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. One guy died from natural causes. Not that he has to die violently, but I'm just saying, has a slow start. It's a slow start. And I'm used to, or I mean, you see my other top three: Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, and JJK. So it's like, I don't know if I'm a slow burn girl. I don't know if it's for me, but I'll give it a try. I'll give it a whirl. Try my best. Try my best. Oh, really? Be more like Himmel? Himmel was like, she actually talks so badly about him. I just finished the second episode where they were like doing the blue flowers for his statue, and she was like, "Yeah, he was so self-centered. He made the guy, this statue, the sculptor, like pose for 80 hours before we figured out that we were just gonna do a standing position." I was like, "What do you mean?" Also, how is he a big? But also, how? He's already died. He's already passed away. Is he that? integral character still? How? You know what? I'll find out how because I'm gonna watch the whole thing, depending on how long it is. Maybe. So, I can promise you that. I can promise you that at least. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ugh, this painting is so scary. Why does it look like this? Guys, no spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. Oh, I can already tell that. I can already tell that. Literally everything she does is like, well, Himmel used to like this. Himmel complimented me, um, my spells, so now I collect spells. That's my whole life. What? What do you mean? Oh my gosh. She literally was just like, yeah, I, this idiot complimented me on my spells that I had, my nonsense, no use spells, so I've dedicated the rest of my thousands, my eons long life to doing that now. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm convinced I will watch the whole anime now. Because what do you mean? Like, yeah, yeah, I would have him. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to see what the hype is about actually. That's quite a comment to make. Oh my gosh. He seems pretty cool actually, because it wasn't even just for that guy. Like literally everyone who talks about Himmel is like, he was so cool. He saved us from this monster a million years ago. Even with the episode like talking about the statue, she was like, "Yeah, I thought I was gonna die, and here he comes out of nowhere, and saves my life." You're right. His name is him, Mo. Literally, his name is him. What more do you have to prove? What more do you have to prove? It's in the name. You're right. You're right. You're right. Guys, I did not paint during the stream like at all. I did a little bit. Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that better or worse? This is too abstract. I feel like I can't even see it. Like, what am I looking at? What? Oh my gosh, no. I already committed to fixing it. Oh, idea. He is. And he's honestly seems like a sweetheart. He seems like a little sweetheart, even though he's a little, little teeny sprinkle self-absorbed. Little sprinkle, just a small amount. Enough that it's, like, obvious, but not so much that it's, like, insufferable. A good balance. But mind you, I'm on episode 2. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like, my judgment of him is, like, it's kind of sucks now. Okay, but, like, I'm excited to learn more about him now, but also will probably. I mean, he's not in the anime anymore. It's kind of sucky. I guess he is in the anime. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, we see him in the beginning, we see him at the end of his life, and then we'll see, like, what his life was. Okay. That's different. Also, you said that's all I'm going to say, like, 3 times. Like, no spoilers, please. Um, hmm. I think I might switch to a game for, like, the rest of the time because I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah. Um, I'm already there. Hold on. No, 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 no. I literally was watching it earlier. Like I'm into the anime already. I don't need any convincing. Okay, what game should I play? What games do I have? Ooh, should I start Persona? I don't know. I feel like I am not good enough at games overall to play Persona yet. Maybe a little Deathloop? Heck yeah. I've seen Cyberpunk. That made me want to play the game, but I realized when I started playing the game that I'm not that good at games. Or I'm like good enough to survive, but barely, and I also might die. Cyberpunk was awesome. It was really sad though. No, literally. It was, yeah, literally same. Like, it was like, oh my gosh. He had such a tough life. And then, yeah, ugh. It was pretty cool to see, like, body modifications go that far. Because I feel like we already are normalizing body modifications with, like, implants and stuff. But, like, body modifications that could actually do things and are not just visual would be pretty cool. I don't know if I would do it myself. I'd probably be too scared. And it looks expensive to upkeep and everything for something I probably won't really need to use. But it's a cool concept, and I feel like we are like getting towards that society. But are we there yet? I don't know. I don't know. We already have designer babies. What the heck is a choom? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Choom? Am I supposed to know what that is? What is a choom? I'm gonna look it up. Oh, slang for a friend or a family member in Cyberpunk. Oh, it's been too long. I was not gonna get that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. I did not remember that. It's been too long. I honestly would watch it again though. It was really good. Mm. Also, don't be a chimp doesn't make any sense. It says it's used for friends and family members. Don't be a friend or family member. Rude. Oh, wait. Okay, maybe I don't understand what it means. It says, okay, extensive use of slang, including chum, is a cornerstone of its building, which primarily serves to critique modern racism and capitalism alongside grappling with other topics. Chum is a neo African American slang used to refer to friends or family members and has been appropriated by non black residents of Night City. It originates from the wider Cyberpunk franchise and is an abbreviation of terms chumba and chumbada. Okay. Yes. Arcane. I ate Arcane up. That was amazing. Actually, I don't think I finished the second season. Did I? I can't see myself stopping if I started. No, it's so good. Arcane would be one of my top three, but it's in English. I'm like a purist in that way. Last song for season? I don't know. I liked the soundtrack altogether. Also, if you watch every opening, like you'll notice that there are different hints about what the episode is going to be talking about. Oh my gosh. Jinx was so cool. I should have been Jinx for Halloween. Nah. Uh, oh my gosh. Wait, there was that one song. There was that one song I added to every playlist I have. Hold on. Ma meilleure ennemie. That one. Hold on. I'm going to play like a little quick snippet of it. This one. Hold on. Oh my gosh. So good. So good. I added that to everything. And there was another song I really liked from Arcane. Ugh. Yeah, it had a great it had a great soundtrack and a great story, and the animation. It was really good. Oh my gosh, guys, I work tomorrow. I never got to use my mask. I just found this one. This was for Halloween, by the way. Sting, what could have been? Okay. Is this Sting like the famous um musician? Was that the part where they were talking about Powder? Like if she never became Jinx? That was so sad. It was like happy and sad because he went into the other dimension. But then when he came back, he had so much grace for her because he was like, "Yeah, your life messed you up. It wasn't just how you were gonna like destined to be." It was like, "Oh my God, yeah." He had so much sympathy for her. Ugh. Okay, I heard. Oh, okay, I did finish it then. I heard that she survived. Like somebody said there was her little like light thing that she does at the end, that it goes into another spot at the end or something. I don't remember the exact scene, but I was like, if she did survive, that'd be awesome. Because I think she was ready to put Jinx away. That's a lonely life. Speaking of put Jinx away, I'm getting ready to go to bed. So we can rate somebody and I can't even imagine what time it is in the Netherlands right now. 3 a.m. 5 a.m. I don't know. This looks cool. Oh, this looks really pretty. Ah, hold on. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we're just gonna rate them really quick. And then, oh, thank you for the follow, 404. Okay, I'm going to. Oh, wait. Good night. Oh my gosh, get some sleep. I stream on Sundays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, different themes every time. Today was story times, but yeah. Okay, I will see you another time. Au revoir, arrivederci. Adios. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. Sleep well. Oh my gosh. Alright, bye guys.
Hi, Altacore. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? I hope it went well. What were you up to? You just joining me as I crack on with this piece, which is the 5th installment. Oh no, not a frustrating painting. This is the 5th installment on my Animals of the Ark series. So that's the level of detail I'm trying to reach. Thank you. And earlier in the stream, I completed a Baroque Flourish letter, which is part of the full alphabet. Yeah, so it's based on the Ark. So what made this painting very frustrating? Feel free to share any art that you wish to. No pressure though, but we'd be very happy to see. I'll put my N back. So I'm going to go in actually with a brown again. Let's have a look. What have I got? Berry beige. This looks really pink. How's that going to? Yeah, that's pink. Sure, 2 seconds. Oh, is it not? Is that how like bad it's going? So is this some of your previous work then? What were you working in? Oils, watercolor? I was going to say I'm getting error 404 now. Oils, I know how that works. In terms of frustrating levels of frustration. Oh wow. 2 seconds. Check this out, guys. So are people your usual subject matter? Really nice. Love the colours. Nice compositions as well. Are these on canvas? That's cool as well. I love the texture that you've got. Very elegant. That's nice with the light rays. Beautiful. bet that takes ages to dry. Yeah, I like how you've emphasized like the heat in the skin tones as well, and against like this lovely dark blue, you've got a good colour sense. Excellent. Again, the colours are beautiful. I've got a thing for like this like regardless of what like shade, this orange and blue grey mix. Yeah, I mean that's it, isn't it? Because you can just go back in and keep working them. Brilliant lighting effect here. There's a lot of personality in these. They're great. Look at the highlights on the lips and the eyes. Beautiful. I'm still life. Do you use a palette knife for like building some of this paint up, or do you just use the brush? I'm getting a bit of a Vincent van Gogh vibe here. Nice. Ooh. So we've got like a thematic going on with eyes in different colour. That's cool. It's got like a stained glass vibe. Brilliant work. Even your fingers, wow. Yeah, why not? Thank you so much for the raid. Cool website. While I'm here, so if you're new to my channel and you've come in on that raid, get out of here. No. That's my life. Oh, that was punk. So thanks for the follow. As you saw there, this is my most recent piece. You're welcome. And this has been done in mixed medias. So as you'll see from this elephant piece, I'm like building things up, blocking it in. I've got them in composition down structurally, been figuring that out in this stream. And then I ultimately build up the details using alcohol markers, gel ink and acrylic paint pens, and then going over that and refining it with ballpoint pens. So that's like the level that I try to take things to, purely because I do work in oils myself, but it's just the drying time. And I love like instant results. I know that can't be my excuse anymore. Yeah. But these are my oil paintings that I've completed this year. These are part of my British Wildlife series. And yeah, these are done in Winsor & Newton oil paints, very high quality. And so was this, which I've got two more to add to that as a triptych. That is Pixie. That's my baby girl, Pixie Pop. Floor dingo. But they aren't paintings, they're just photos. But yeah, these are what you'll come to find me create on stream. Thanks, Michael. And this year seems to have been all about birds mainly, but as you can see, I do other animals as well. And that's great. The alphabet that I've been working on is on the back of this alphabet that I started, which is again centered around British wildlife, and ended up being mainly revolved around birds. And of course each letter is represented by a bird beginning with that same letter. That's the better way of describing that. I'm sure I've like come out with some stupid things over time trying to explain this. But yeah, obviously this one doesn't have a bird, but most of them do. Once I decided that was the route I was taking. And then I also have like a more whimsical approach to things now and again. So yeah, thank you for the follow and the raid. That's a more recent piece as well. Well, for that one, now that I can zoom in, well, not zoom in, but focus. I don't know if I've shown this up close. Dog hair on it, of course. So you can see all the texture that I tried to achieve. And that's with the combination of materials that I just described. That was probably one of my favourites as well. The seems to be the green birdies that I enjoy at the moment. They're very similar actually, aren't they? They are the woodpecker and the red-throated hummingbird. Interesting. So yes, this piece has a way to go if I want to get it to that stage. So you've stumbled upon me at a good time, I guess. Do you sell any of your work? How is that brown grey? I don't understand. Let's find out. It's more like...
Things happen here, but no one really talks about it.
What exactly are we looking for? Something that was buried in Darien a long time ago.
He doesn't scare me.
The supreme dark dragon in all his glory.
The brown I've already got down, and then I can add colour into it later, but I just want to use this to tighten up the edges and define the shadow a bit more. Can't believe that's just happened. Where the heck did that just go? The centre of the